So this is my library in my house in Winstead Manor. Winstead Manor is a house that you can actually build on land near the capital city of Solitude in Skyrim. You have to complete a lot of quests to earn the right to that land to be able to purchase it, but after I was able to do that, I began collecting books. There are many different options you can use in the house of different rooms, but I particularly wanted to create a library so I could have a place to put all of the different books, notes, journals, letters that I would receive in the game, because just about every other quest you encounter, you're going to encounter some type of literature, which sometimes you have to read, sometimes you don't. I think it just kind of depends on the nature of the quest. Something that's kind of unique about the different books that I have in my collection is that they're not all the same type of book, and they're not all written the same way. As you can see with this book, it is written in a more layman's terms. It's a journal written by a native Nord, and the dialect of the way that they would have spoken is kind of just like written down in this book. But there are also academic books in my collection, such as history books, and I even have a couple of dictionaries, I think, of different terms in the known Elder Scrolls universe. I also have fictional books. These fictional books, they often come in volumes, so you don't get the whole story in one piece. You have to keep collecting them and finding them to figure out what happens next. And I also have in here a collection of quest items, as I said before. So I have letters from people who asked for help on quests. I have notes for people who set up secret meetings. I have bounties where I was requested by the Jarls or other leaders in society to go find criminals, and many other types of notes and pieces of paper. I tend to like to balance my collection by not putting all my notes on one shelf and all my books on one shelf, because as you can see, there's a realistic visual that they use in the bookshelves in the game, where they will lay kind of in the same way that books and bookshelves lay in real life. So if you have it full of notes, then it's just going to be all flat in the bookshelf, which is why I often like to offset my book collection so it's not all one type of book. I also have noticed, as I was looking through my book collection here, just kind of how many different repeats I have of certain books, which I'm definitely going to have to work with and remove some of those. But the fact that there are so many repeats out there and so many different varieties of books out there, I just think is incredible. The game developers put this much thought and time into creating in-game literature for Skyrim. This is one of my favorite books that I've found. It actually has it has dragon language in the book, which I think is just super cool, and it kind of explains and translates the language, which dragon language is just one other element of the world building that the developers of Bethesda did that is just so incredibly interesting to me. I do deeply enjoy just coming into my library and my house and looking through the books that I've collected and looking through the books that I am putting into the shelf, reorganizing, rereading, and it allows me to kind of just take a break from the hectic, quest-filled world of Skyrim and just kind of relax.